everybody. We're back. My first guest is a beautiful actress. She's starring in a new film entitled The Lovely, which opens July 2nd. Please welcome Ashley Judd. You like the tie?
It's very colorful. I love colorful.
You know, it is good. I get self-conscious because I'm not used to colorful ties, and they just throw these ties on me literally before I come on the air. But if you think it's okay, I'm happy.
Wow, you're a tie victim.
I am. You mean they have a gun that shoots a tie at me. It shoots on my neck just before I go. But you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here. You know, you haven't been here in a little while, and I guess you got married since the last time.
I think I did get married since the last time I was on
Tell
your
us
show.
about this. Is very nice. Congratulations, first of all. Congratulations to him. In a polite way.
You know, that's interesting. I was thinking about that because I saw Star earlier, whom you were speaking, and how she's engaged.
Yes.
And I thought, I'm going to say best wishes, and I wonder if this whole thing about why you say best wishes to a woman and congratulations to a man is going to come up.
You know what it is? Emily Post, I think, the manners books all say that you congratulate the man, but you don't congratulate the woman because the man's lucky to get her. These are little things you have to know in my line of business.
And there's a little bit of an insinuation if you say congratulations to him. It's like, phew, oh my God, finally.
Right, you bagged one. Oh, yeah, exactly. I was worried Ashley Judd wouldn't find a guy. Yeah, that's not too likely. He's a Scottish race car driver.
He is.
Wow. First of all, I don't know about you when you first met him, but I find like I was watching the Scottish movie Trainspotting the other night.
Yeah,
and
that accent is intense.
That's intense.
Really
I couldn't
intense.
understand a word anybody's saying, and it's English. It's all like... And
he actually wrote a book called Porno, and he wrote most of it in the Scottish dialect, and Dario loved reading it because it's really not something that you see in print. It's just, you know, the spoken word.
So can you understand, Dario, when you first met him?
The language of love is international, Conan.
The language of love. I'm illiterate.
No, I can understand him, and when he's in America, his accent is, it's pronounced, but it's more subdued than when it's at home.
Right.
But when I went home with him for the first time, we were all going over to the footy. That would be a football match, which would mean actually soccer. And I was
They call it the footy?
Yeah, it's going to the footy.
All right.
And he was on one side, and his brother was on the other, and I think his sister and I were in the front seat, and everybody had raging hangovers, and they just started talking in the way that they talk, and the three of them were very close. Couldn't understand a word, and I was like, am I ever going to understand my boyfriend again?
I'm marrying this guy, yeah.
Yeah, and it was intense for me. It's when I realized that I was really in a foreign country, and this person was from a different culture with a different heritage and background. But eventually, I got through that, and now I kind of run interference and help translate.
So you can translate for other people. You know the language well enough.
Yeah, and I know a lot of slang, which is really, the slang is fun.
Now, if he's a race car driver, does he get pulled over for tickets all the time when you guys are driving?
You know, that's the funny thing about race car drivers. They're very careful. They're very cautious. Tony Kanaan, Dario's teammate, they call him Miss Daisy, like as in driving Miss Daisy. They also observe the rules of the road. This guy was driving with us the other day, and Dario used his turn signal. He's like, wow, man, he used his turn signal. Like, why wouldn't he?
Right,
you know?
right.
He drives appropriately for wherever he happens to be. Although once when we were in Kentucky, where he very kindly takes me for my birthday every year, I was like, babe, I am untouchable in Kentucky. You can go as fast as you come on, you know. Meow, meow, meow. Got pulled over right away. This is on the Bluegrass Parkway.
Was the policeman doing that? Sorry, I just love that. But so you get pulled over. Now, when he sees you in Kentucky and you're one of the most famous people from that area, I'm sure you didn't get a ticket.
He decided he was going to play it really straight, and he gave us a ticket. And as he was walking away, I just had to ask him because I couldn't believe that there would be someone, especially in that kind of a circumstance, who just wouldn't interact or, you know, at least say, my granddaddy knew your grandmommy, blah, 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 something.
Right.
And I'm like, do you know who I am? He goes, oh, yeah. Did interviews about it. 5 o'clock news, he's on the radio, we're at a race in California, and guys from catering at Honda are like, yeah, that guy who pulled you over, heard him on the morning drive show. Thought it was like the greatest thing in the world.
Made his day. Did you end up paying the ticket then?
Oh, you know, it's so famous, we had to handle it straight up.
Right.
There's no doubt about that.
You couldn't just hope that it would go away. Right.
And I actually thought I saw him. I'm so intent on finding that guy and giving him a piece of my mind, because I don't think it's very becoming of him to run around and give interviews, you know, about pulling people over.
Right.
And I was at a Kentucky game, and I saw this guy, and he was all dressed in official, you know, attire. And he goes, hey, Ashley, you remember me? I go, are you that guy who pulled me over? He goes, no, I'm campus security. It's like confusing.
It's
like,
good that you didn't grab his gun and start beating him before you found out. Oh, my keep pay. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Now, I'm going to ask you something. You have just, of course, releasing this movie with Kevin Kline. And I understand that the two of you have a common interest, which are words that most people don't know. Words that are...
Kevin likes to read the dictionary. He's basically a nerd, as am I, and he's a real wordsmith. And Cole Porter was such a wordsmith, and his songs are so brilliant and sophisticated,
which is what the movie's
and
about.
witty, and he had lots of dictionaries, different editions, and rhyming dictionaries, and synonyms and antonyms, and all of that. And so, you know, Kevin, being very meticulous in his work, got even more into words. Like today, we were trying to play dictionary, we were running around all over town, trying to have a few laughs, playing in the car. And Kevin actually had a dictionary in his dressing room at the View. He, like, you know, walks around with the tucked under his arm.
Right. Do you ever find words that are like you didn't know existed?
He taught me the most amazing word today. Crap. What is it? It has to do with crap, actually. It's a kind of an
Is it late night? If it is, I'm not playing this game anymore.
Emeroid. And it sounds a little bit like hemorrhoid, and it means hemorrhoid. It's another word for hemorrhoid. And in fact...
Maybe his dictionary is just missing the H. Well, emeroid means hemorrhoid.
Emeroid, E-E-R-O something. But it means hemorrhoid.
This is a bad dictionary.
A gold representation of a hemorrhoid given as a charm. I kid you not.
A gold, so it's like something you give to somebody, dangling on a chain. What is that? It's a golden hemorrhoid. It's an emerid.
It's in the dictionary, I promise.
That's like the lowest rapper has that. No. What's that? Oh, that's a hemorrhoid. Oh.
It's actually from the Bible.
From the Bible. Well, then we can't question it. Or can we? DeLovely opens in select cities on July 2nd. Ashley, thank you very much for being here. Good to have you. Ashley, Judd, everybody. Jeff Goldblum coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.